Hello, everybody, and welcome to your AEW Rampage review for 9/17. I am Jeff, one half of the greatest tag team in the IWC, and welcome to your Rampage recording. Yes, I said this would be Ryan's, but sometimes you got to pull the load for your team. No, just kidding. He had some stuff come up, and me and my flawless locks were able to take care of it. So I will be doing your Rampage review today, plus news and notes. So we have a little bit on the docket here. So let's see. Let's get down to business because we ain't got time to play. Just like Rampage didn't have any time to play. Right off the bat, we had the Lucha Brothers versus Butcher and Blade for the tag titles. That's how we started the night off. It was a hugely successful match. It was nice seeing them highlight Butcher and Blade a lot because they really are talented. And when you had the Bucks with the titles, you didn't really get. You got all the, it was the heels working all the baby faces. So now turning that around and getting all the heel teams or all the babyface teams, or rather all the heel teams coming after the babyface Lucha Brothers, you're getting a different, and you're getting better matches, brighter matches, just nicer matches. So obviously Lucha Brothers do retain at the end of this, but a very entertaining match. Very long match. I think they got about 20, 25. It felt like 15 to 20. Like they really did take up a good chunk of the show. After that, we had Anna Jay and the Bunny. The Anna Jay wins. Matt Hardy starts to get a little bit angry afterwards because that's twice in a row that his team has lost. Penelope Ford beats up Anna Jay afterwards, and Ty Conti comes in. So then that sets up next week. I believe at Rampage, we're going to have Penelope and Anna Jay. I have the whole Rampage lineup for Grand Slam that I will talk about after we go over the events at hand here. So after that, we have a Matt Hardy interview, basically saying that that the HFO is going to be better and that he's going to cut Orange Cassidy's hair. He's really about cutting this dude's hair, and Orange Cassidy's like, all right. So this is going to be a super quick review because there really wasn't much to tonight. But Matt Hardy also did a little stunt where he was in the ring after the Anna Jay and Bunny thing. He finds a fan plant who is in the crowd dressed up as Orange Cassidy. He had long hair, and they booted him. He grabbed him out of the crowd, brought him into the ring, and I believe it was Jack Evans was with him. And Jack Evans, after Matt Hardy cut the guy's ponytail, Jack Evans started shaving his head, and he said, "This is what happens to Orange." And Orange Cassidy comes out lackadaisically late, runs out there and just stares. That's really all you got out of that. That's them slowly promoting this hair versus hair match or whatever it is. So it's something to behold. We have this Britt Baker and Ruby Soho face off. Now, this was absolutely chef's fucking kiss. It was amazing. So what we had here is, so Britt is starting off, doing her Britt thing. I'm the doctor. Everybody knows me. I'm Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. The whole shtick, and Ruby's laughing because she understands. Oh, here you go. And then Ruby starts firing the unwarranted shots, and it's nice to see. Honestly, it is nice to see something a little bit different out of these guys. Thank you. So what we are getting out of this is Ruby says, and I quote, "You look like every other broad I'd ever stepped in the ring with. Entitled, self-centered, and banging some dude in the back." Yeah. Okay. Shots fired for real. All right. She's just saying, hey, you're just a hoe. You're just a ho-ho. So The crowd went nuts after this. By the way, the crowd was like, "Holy shit!" Including the announced team, which was different. Also, we had the new announced team, which is Ricky Starks, Chris Jericho, Taz, and Excalibur. And there's no Mark Henry. There is disputing reports so far. One from Ricky Starks himself on Wrestle Talk saying that he's now a full-time announcer, replacing Mark Henry on Rampage, and Mark Henry's just doing the backstage segments. And then there is I believe Wrestling Observer said that's not true, that they are going to have a rotating commentator's desk. So I guess we'll just see who's right. Either way, I like Ricky on there. And I think that Mark still needs a little time to figure it all out. So we shall see. Next up here, we wound up having... so during this Britt Baker thing anyway. So you then get, after she says that you're entitled and you're banging some dude in the back, Britt then says, you call yourself the runaway. But you didn't run away from anything. You were fired. So that was another pow pow shots fired all over again. So that was pretty cool. Actually, I dug that a lot. So we had, why is this coming up with that? So it was a very good one. Britt then attempts to hit Ruby with the belt, which in return, she dips it, hits her, gets the belt, and then you have Britt retreating and Ruby holding the title up, letting her know she's coming for your shit. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. After that, we have the main event. Like I'm saying, it was not a eventful Rampage. We were 7 minutes in. That's why I did some news and notes. Main event was Fuego Del Sol versus Miro. Miro, with the line of the night as always, he said he can't wait to beat Fuego Del Sol because he, quote, he loves celebrating with his God above, his God up high, and his wife down low. Miro is always there to lend the most beautiful line of the night. So this was a fairly long match. We had Fuego actually got a lot of cool offense in. Miro has been really good at like getting beat down, but not getting beat down. You know, he's like taking shots, but then he will just like in one swing, he will wreck his opponent like and look so strong doing it that it's not hurting his character at all to take a little bit of a beating. But Fuego kept working the neck. He got him with some kicks. He got him with like a short stack DDT, like where he's already on the ground. Trying to set him up for the big old tornado DDT. At the end of the day, Miro gets the win as always after, I believe, 2 Machka kicks, one to the front of the head, one to the back of the head. Then he grabs Fuego's keys of the car that was on the line for this match. It was his new car, or whatever it was, his new used Honda Monza Civic. I don't know. And so he goes to put him in the game over, and he puts the keys in his mouth first, and then puts him into the game over. At that point, when he puts him into the game over, someone has to come save him. It's none other than Sammy Guevara. The Vlog King himself. The Vlog King is out there. So Sammy comes out and chases away Miro. So that's going to, I believe that's going to set up a cool potential title changing feud where you drop that TNT title and give that to Sammy to take over and let Miro kind of work his way towards the main event, because I feel like he's beyond ready for main event status with how strong he is. But I'm not ready for the Miro thing to end, but if it has to end, it will. That was Rampage in a nutshell. I got 10 minutes out of that. So let's see here. So what news and notes I have for you. I have is okay. Rampage Grand Slam lineup. Okay, this is what we had as of the show. So when we had the show, we have CM Punk and Powerhouse Hobbs, Kingston Moxley versus Suzuki and Archer in a lights out match. So that's going to be brutal. 8-man tag with the Lucha Brothers, Pride and Powerful versus Butcher, Blade, and Private Party. We have Penelope Ford and Anna Jay. We have the Super Click versus Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, who keeps hanging around them. So it should be called the Jurassic Express Cage. Men of the Year against Hager and Jericho. So that's a really good lineup for Rampage next week. That doesn't count the actual Dynamite lineup. So that's going to be really good. I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited for 4 good hours of AEW television next week. Let's move on to news and notes, shall we? So news and notes. Awesome thing happens. AEW, and they have begun a relationship with the world-renowned wrestler Owen Hart. The Owen Hart Foundation is now in a relationship with AEW. So basically, I'll read out the official statement from AEW here. They're saying that All Elite Wrestling and the Owen Hart Foundation, a non-profit charity which provides a vast range of assistance and opportunities to individuals in need across the world, are collaborating to honor the legacy of the late wrestler Owen Hart, a beloved figure in professional wrestling community and beyond. The collaboration will be including launching the annual Owen Hart Cup. So it's going to be a tournament in AEW, which the winner will receive a cup known as the Owen. So that's going to be cool. It also gives AEW a tournament. So a tournament is always cool, King of the Ring type thing, G1 Climax type thing. Like those are very. That's people have been asking for some kind of tournament to showcase some of your other stars that you can't necessarily get in 3 hours of television. So the Owen will be a thing, as well as production and distribution of unique and original Owen Hart merch. Also will be included, including specified retail goods, as well as the upcoming AEW console video game. So what will be kind of cool is with the AEW video game coming out, you will have, I believe, either as a DLC or just a regular character, Owen Hart in AEW. Could you imagine? He would have fit in really well in this company. So next up on news and notes, Impact tapings per Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp. Christopher Daniels was at the Impact tapings. As of this moment, we don't know what his role at the Impact tapings were, whether he was set to wrestle or not. Busted Open Radio hints at, or has Tony Khan on every week, pretty much, and he hints that Arthur Ashe might become an annual event. So I would be okay with. We'll have to see how it works out. We'll have to see how it looks this week. But if you can get something like Arthur Ashe every year as a fun event, you're going to do well. You're going to do really, really well. Otherwise, what do we have? So I talked already about Mark Henry no longer being on Rampage commentary, but we shall see, because I think somewhere along the line we'll find out whether he did or did not. We'll see what's going on here. So that is news and notes, and that is Rampage, and that is the Rampage Grand Slam lineup. Literally, guys, put in the comments, even if you're not going to watch live, you want to watch recorded, put in the comments which matches are you most looking forward to seeing in Grand Slam. The whole lineup, Rampage especially. For Rampage, I mean, CM Punk, who seems to be trying to be like the leader of Rampage, because he's putting his matches on Rampage and taking a back seat to not be on Dynamite for these things. But we got Punk and Hobbs. We got Moxley on Rampage with Kingston. We have the tag champs are going to be on there. We have Adam Cole and the Bucks are going to be like, so it's not like Rampage is going to be slacking for talent either. That's what's so nuts about these 4 hours, is you're getting 4 hours where there's not a match where you're going, oh, it's talent everywhere. There is only one women's match on this. They do need to step that up a bit. But that's something we think we say about AEW Weekly is you have to push your females a little bit more, bud. You have 4 hours of television. There shouldn't be a 10-minute women's match out of it. So please step up your game. Otherwise, I don't really have anything else for you. So this is the quickest review you've ever seen in your life, and you're welcome. So basically, I'm making it quick because next week it's not going to be quick at all. We're probably going to be about an hour. It's going to be about an hour because you're going to have the tag team back together. It's going to be me. It's going to be Ryan. It's going to be our voices be gone because we probably already did another hour, hour and a half on the Dynamite for Dynamite Grand Slam. So by the time we get to Rampage Grand Slam, we're going to be like, oh my God, so much wrestling. We're going to lose our shit. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's short, but guess what? Short and sweet. That's what they say. So I'm going to bid you adieu. So until next time, goodbye and good night. Bang. Got him.